Just grabbed another short up here. Look at all these 5-minute candles with the big top wicks wicking right off of S1. Heiken Ashi was still bearish on the 5-minute. We started closing below the 20 SMA, which is this magenta line. Heiken Ashi is bearish. Thought we'd get a pullback, at least a VWAP there. So after we started closing below the 20, popped down 40 points. We got some divergence building up here, and then we got a delta percentage washout signal. Point of control right down in the bottom of this tiny little wick. After the close, just popped up 30 points. Heiken Ashi went bullish. It's actually bullish on the 5-minute too. This last 5-minute candle had a big bottom wick, but I have zero interest in buying right now, so see how far it wants to pull back. I'll be looking for another short. Just grabbed a short for 7 or 8 points here. Just went for the whole number bounce. We came up almost right to whole number. We just bounced down 20 points. We are in the extreme zone on the Super Barrio. Heiken Ashi was bearish back here. Had some delta percentage divergence on this 5-minute candle, so I felt okay about taking the first touch. We'll bounce short there. I just got into another short. We pulled right up to the 20 SMA in this double 50% wicks level. I went for a short, looking forward to pull back to the next key level, which it just did. Pulled back to yesterday's New York Open and the 250 SMA. Just rejected almost 20 points right off of the 20 SMA there. We were already bearish on the 5-minute Heiken Ashi. We had all these signals building up on the 1-minute down here as we were approaching VWAP. Delta percentage washout, a polarity washout with a strength of 6. We were in the Super Barrio extreme zone. We popped up around 30 points there. I just was not interested in taking a long, so it didn't really matter how good it looked. I just got into a short up here. We had some divergence building up. Then we got a washout signal. Right as we're coming up to the 250 SMA, we wicked right off of the 250 SMA. Heiken Ashi turned bearish. We just pulled back to VWAP. Got about 30 seconds into the New York Open. Had some nice signals on the 5-minute chart. Went into the extreme zone up here with the big top wick. Came down 100 points after that. Big bottom wick on the 1-minute candle. Just popped up 50 points. Heiken Ashi was bullish on the 1-minute and the 5-minute. Just going to give it some room to play out on this fine Monday morning. We got a lot of delta building up on the 5-minute here. A couple minutes before the first 5-minute candle closes. I take these extreme zone signals with a big old grain of salt, especially during the New York Open session. It's kind of like the overbought, oversold of the RSI. Doesn't necessarily mean an instant reversal. I like a short up in this area to this area. Like a nice big 100-point range up there. So we just came up to that first cluster of key levels where I was interested in taking a short. And as we came up, all kinds of reversal signals. And look at this big top wick with point of control up into the wick. Delta declining. Got a nice short there. We just dropped down 50 points. I was tempted to go long after this opening 5-minute candle. Huge candle to the upside. We still had enough room up to this first cluster of key levels. Trade would have definitely worked out. Then we got the big rejection off of these key levels. This is a 3-day VWAP and a couple of 50% levels from the MMT 50/50. Just got another short in. We came right up to this 4-hour level on the MMT 50/50. This is a 50% level from the 4-hour time frame. It was also a previous session value area low. You can see back here on the 60-minute chart, we had yesterday's value area low. It's right where this level is. We just rejected over 70 points to the downside. We were in the extreme zone once again on the Super Barrio on the 5-minute. Had a nice bearish 1-minute Heiken Ashi candle here. Red candle, top wick, point of control up into the wick, delta steadily declining. We're getting a nice pullback here. There's 10 o'clock news coming up in about 7 minutes, so probably just going to wait until after the news to take another trade. I just grabbed a short intra bar on this 1-minute candle. It's a news candle, but it wasn't moving very quick. But when we broke this double 50% wicks level, had some decent delta. I thought we might at least get a pullback to the whole number area. After we broke below these levels, we did pop down over 20 points there. Got my 10 points instantaneously, and now we're getting an engulfing candle to the upside with even more positive delta. bouncing right off a whole number here. We had this previous rejection in that same area about 20 minutes ago. We just rejected off of yesterday's value area low in this 4-hour 50% level once again, just like we did 10 minutes ago. I do like this cluster of key levels up here and yesterday's point of control if we make it up that high. We came up to that next cluster of key levels that I was looking at. We got the pivot point, we got a previous day VWAP close, we got some 50-50 levels, we got yesterday's close. We came right up to that level, started getting some divergence, started wicking off of that level, these nice top wicks. I got into a short. We've had a very nice pullback. Got about 8 minutes until 10:30. Up very nice in the Lucid accounts. Stacking the micros. Let's see if I could find one more trade closer to 10:30. I might look for my first long sometime around 10:30. We are above the 250 SMA as of now. We've got 8 minutes left. Alright, I just got my long trade in. We pulled back to the 50 level here after 10:30. I went for my 10:30 directional trade. We just bounced up over 25 points there off of the 50 level. So after this pullback to the 50 level after 10:30, we get the 10:30 move to the upside all the way back up to this mega cluster of key levels. We filled the gap right there. We had some divergence and also some delta percentage divergence. Big old top wick, point of control up into the wick. After the close of this candle, just popped down over 25 points there. I would have liked to get in on this short. I'm just going to be done for the day. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Apex Trader Funding just launched a brand new website with all new types of accounts. Anyone that's out there using code MonkeyMan at Apex or Lucid, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, and TradeDay, thanks so much for your support. I wish you best of luck in your trading. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.